Did anything happen this last weekend?
We finally have learned about the Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
That name has been switched to the Nintendo Switch.
The Switch.
The Nintendo Switch.
The Switch.
The Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead.
Red Dead.
Red Dead.
Red Dead.
L'esordio di Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead.
Red Dead. Red Dead Redemption, baby.
Yo! Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer.
I really don't think so.
Right? What's up? Welcome to Watch Chat Play. My name is Devin.
I'm Cameron.
And obviously, it's been a very busy weekend. As you can see by the multitude of reactions from both the Switch and Red Dead Redemption 2 and the Logan trailer and everything else that's going on in the world. It's been a pretty friggin' busy weekend.
Yeah, for real.
So we're going to take this one at a time. We're going to do a double episode. We're going to shoot one about the Switch, and then we're going to do the next one, which you're finding out about right now, about Red Dead Redemption 2. Does that sound good?
I guess I got time.
Cool, let's do this thing. All right, so you have the GameCube here, which is why I wanted it in this shot. So for somebody that... Is this your oldest Nintendo console that you've purchased?
That I have here.
Okay.
I don't think I have any.
64?
Oh, no, there might be an NES in my closet, actually.
Okay, because I know you had a Super Nintendo at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been on the Nintendo train for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first saw the Switch, I don't necessarily care about your initial reaction. Once you had time to digest it, what did you think?
I think it's great.
Why?
It is like my perfect console. My mind went directly to Monster Hunter. If I can play Monster Hunter with it looking great on a TV and then take it with me to go as well and be the same save, same everything, that's exactly what I want. That's awesome.
Right, and that's what I wanted from the Wii U. I'm one of many people who bought the Wii U thinking like, hey, here's this cool like mobile system, and then come to find out like it's semi-mobile. Like it's hard for me to take the Wii U in like my office, let alone like downstairs because I lose signal. So for me to see them finally produce the Wii U as it was meant to be produced, that's exciting, but it also feels like, okay, so I bought your beta test system so you could figure out if the market was there. And now you're giving me your actual system? Like, that's ridiculous. I was torn. I was pissed. Like, I get the idea of, okay, cool. This is the spec that you wanted to do, and now you can do it. But it's also 4 years too late for me to have a system and go, well, I'm not going to buy anything else for the Wii U because, A, it's not backwards compatible because we are confirmed switching cartridges. And, you know, B, I've already wasted so much money. Like, do I even want to invest in another system that may or may not have support? So, like, so the biggest news, because you and I were talking about it, arguably, yeah, it's mobile, yeah, it's portable, like, all that, whatever, that doesn't really matter to me as much as third-party support.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing that was interesting about that, even though Skyrim was used as, like, a demo for what you could do with the mobility of the Switch, there's a buddy of mine that found a comment from Bethesda that said that they haven't really confirmed that they're going to do that. Which I thought was marketing. I thought that was garbage. If you're gonna showcase your game on the handheld console, you could pretty much bet that it's gonna be on that console.
Bethesda's pretty cocky. I mean, they were airing their dirty laundry with Sony whenever Sony said no, they can't do mods because there's too many backdoors for people to get into their console.
Right.
So there's like they basically went on Twitter as soon as Sony said no and it's like screw you guys, we're not giving you them then. And now of course they are. So
right.
Bethesda's really cocky with everything they do, so
I get that. But there's some split in between like the two camps. There's the people that like us are really interested in this technology.
Oh, yeah.
We really want to see the price point because we don't know it, and we're open to the fact that this is going to be the thing that we should have gotten beforehand, but now we're getting it. So it's still what I wanted. I don't like that I had to spend X amount of money and now have to spend more amount of money to get that, but I like what they're doing. Like I do. But there's as many people that don't at all either like what Nintendo's doing or trust what Nintendo's doing. I'm going to try to find some of those comments real quick. Go ahead.
I really do think it's going to be cool. It's a neat little, I don't want to say gimmick, but that's what Nintendo is. They had the analog sticks, they had motion controls, they tried to do the tablet thing. It's, they win some, they lose some. I'm pretty stoked.
The thing that I know about Nintendo is they're all about trying to push the technology to some like they're trying to do something new, like with the balance board and the remote controllers that were wireless and like the sensors and all that, like mobility. Like they try to push it, I think, which is kind of cool.
I mean, the analog stick's ubiquitous now.
But a couple of the negative feedback in, I haven't asked them yet, but I don't care. It's Facebook, it's public, whatever. I'll just let them know. So a buddy of mine, Max, said he wasn't happy with his Wii U at all, and the new 3DS is not far behind. I see no reason to pull the trigger on that. Which, you know, we already said we were a little disappointed in what the Wii U was versus what it was kind of advertised as being able to do, and I get that. And then he went on to say, because I said the Switch looked like a Wii U upgrade, where it was, you know, whatever was there was fine, and now they're going to upgrade it to do the fully mobile, fully capable to do third party, like all that stuff. And he said, it looks like the Wii U repeat with some slight third party support. I really hope they get it together. Their IPs are going to waste.
What do they mean by slight? Because that's, if you saw the list, that's a huge list.
Well, the only thing I saw was like Bethesda. So for that, what else are they going to do for third party support? Find that.
You vamp.
Yeah,
because...
so I'll read Tom's. So a buddy of mine, Tom, both of these, Max and Tom, are friends of mine from high school. Tom said that I agree with Max, gives me a newer Wii U pad and a Cradle vibe. Wii U have third-party promises as well, but I have doubts it'll last. The danger of a hybrid system is, of course, lack of power, and their biggest third-party hitter is a 5-year-old game. Which is a fair point, but they're re-releasing Skyrim HD Remake for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, so they were already doing it, so it just makes sense that there was a phone call that said, hey, look, I already know you're making it for the PlayStation and the Xbox. Why don't you do this for this new thing that we're going to do so we can announce that? I think that's why because they were already in production, I think that would make sense.
Yeah.
And then he went on to say, not to mention the potential for loss of peripherals, the size and battery life questions of the portable bit, and Nintendo's love of peripherals. Now they have a fully modular system. You can, or may have to, have a litany of peripherals lying around your living room. Oh, man. So his concern is like all this crap. Like you've got your dock, but the dock comes apart to 2 separate controllers, and then here's this Pro style controller, and here's this dock. Here's all this crap. How do I move all this stuff? That seems to be some of his concern.
I mean, how often do you really move your PlayStation you have now? How many controllers do you have? Do you have like a charging port? Do you?
Well, that was my main thing. Like, I bought a 3DS because I wanted a game portably, and I as much as I liked bringing my my PlayStation 4, like when I went on vacation to like Canada and other places, I loved having that with me so I could play games. I played most of The Last of Us when I was in Arizona. I had to go to a hotel for a couple of days, so I played all of The Last of Us in a hotel room. I like that mobility, but it's tedious and it takes up a hell of a lot of storage space to do that. That's why I like my 3DS. So this Wii U system seems to be able to do that. So as far as third-party support, what do you got?
This is an old picture, but I'll probably just send it to you. That way you can put it over top here. But we've got 505 Games, Activision, Atlas, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Capcom, EA, From Software, which that's awesome, Maximum Games, Konami, Koei Tecmo, Sega, Spike Chunsoft, Square Enix, Telltale. I can't even read half these because they're so small. Cryware, Unity, Epic, Havoc, Silicon Studios, Warner Brothers. That is just like ridiculous amounts, and they're updating all the time. So
the quote that Max pulled was from Bethesda. So we're happy to have the opportunity to collaborate with Nintendo on the video. While we are not confirming any specific titles at this time, we are pleased to announce our partnership with Nintendo in support of the Switch. So, which, I mean, honestly, all that says to me is that, yeah, you're probably going to get Skyrim, but Bethesda is interested in working with this new thing, and that's big to me, that's news to me, that Nintendo, and we kind of said it was kind of sad, it looks like it almost took somebody in the company being removed from the situation to allow this other competitive thing of having third-party companies take part in your platform, because Nintendo is not at all down for that.
No.
They generally don't want any third-party support. They want it from Nintendo, by Nintendo, pushing Nintendo's name, and I think that's a really big problem for that company. And
it was great back in the day.
Right, but now if you want to stay competitive, and it looks like this is Nintendo's version of staying competitive. They're not going to match PlayStation or Xbox on graphics or power or compatibility, but if they can do mobility and have third-party companies come into, I think that's where they're really strong.
That'd be awesome.
So there's still a lot of unanswered questions. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know there are too many I don't knows. So what are your concerns?
If there's no like some kind of trophy mechanism within the system, I probably won't get one.
So PlayStation trophies, Xbox achievements, Nintendo somethings.
I have no idea, but that's part of the reason I don't play my Wii U. I feel like I'm not really earning anything. I like trophies. I like to watch my level go up, and there's nothing on Nintendo at all. It's sad.
Is that your main concern? Just the lack of any like incentive?
Price and some kind of trophy support or something.
Right, and the trend has been once you get to the new generation of a system, everything else beneath it falls away. So Xbox 360 came out, Xbox One comes out, and none of the old stuff will work, barring a couple instances. Same thing with PlayStation. So my concern is I play the Wii U Pro controller is kind of expensive, and I like using it. That thing better be friggin' compatible with the Switch. I'm dead serious because it was so expensive. It's an awesome controller, and I love the feel of it. And then looking at the Switch Pro controller,
it's not that far off.
It looks like a backward step a little bit, and like my Wii U Pro controller looks better. I like the way that it looks, obviously, and I own it already, which is nice. So to wrap this up, first initial reaction: what are the odds, percentage-wise, do you think that you're going to pick it up? 50%, 20%, 100%? What do you think?
It's probably close to 75.
Really?
Because I'm stoked. This is what I wanted. This is if they announce a Monster Hunter, it's mine.
Well, because they'll no doubt do like a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild edition. Like that'll be their launch title. There's no way that it won't be. Or they'll Mario Kart 8 it and then just say it's Mario Kart 8 with blah 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 whatever. I'm at a dead split 50. I have too many unanswered questions. I have no idea what it's going to cost. And because of that, because I'm 100% interested in it, but until I figure out more, how long is the battery going to last? Because I saw something for 3 hours, and there's no way that's going to have a 3-hour battery life. That's crazy. I wouldn't use that anywhere. That's not going to be great for me at all. Once I start getting questions answered like that, any backwards compatibility at all, like can I have something attached to my Nintendo account where it knows that I bought all these games and I can just port it? Once I get those questions answered, then I'll be more comfortable saying more so or not whether than I will buy it. But I need to know how much it costs. I know it's tax season, but I got other stuff that I do my taxes with and spend that money on. I can't necessarily guarantee it for a console, which I know is what they're counting on.
Yeah, that's almost has to be. And it's coming out so fast.
Right.
We got I'm sure it's been in the works for a while, but it's like, here's the announcement, March. Boom.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
So we'll see. It's fun to see all your guys' reactions to the Nintendo Switch. We've got a lot of feedback in the store for people that are really interested in it. And we'll be excited to follow it up, so you can bet when we find out how much it's going to cost and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll definitely do more of that. But we'll go ahead and close this out for now. So for all of us at Watch Chat Play, my name is Devin.
I'm Cameron.
And we'll see you next week.
Later.